One of my favorite editing tools in Premiere Pro is the Replace Edit tool. It allows me to do a couple things that I need to do, and it allows me to do it very quickly. In the first example, I've cut together 3 clips, and it's a wide shot, a close-up, and a wide shot. Take a look.
Very simple recipe.
Okay.
We're going to start with some tapioca flour, which is a really wonderful textured gluten-free flour. It makes this really great.
Now that works just fine, but when I showed this to a couple of people, they said, I really would like to actually see a close-up of all the ingredients at this point. And I agreed with them, so I'm going to replace this shot. The timing is really good, and I want to do it quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the replacement shot, which is close-up of ingredients, and I'll cue it up to a good point where, I see a little bit of action, and it kind of matches what's happening with my hand. And I'm going to mark an in point right there. Now, all I have to do is grab the clip and drag it down to my timeline and put it over the clip that I want to replace. If you'll notice, if I let go at this point, I'm going to actually overwrite not only that clip, but everything after it because I haven't marked an out point. However, if I hold down the Option key, or on a Windows machine, the Alt key, you can see that the application is smart enough to say, oh, I only want to replace this clip without even having to mark an in or an out point. It just selects the range of that clip. Now I'll simply let go of my mouse, and it swaps out the close-up of Vanessa to a close-up of the food. Let's take a look at the new clip that replaced her.
Simple recipe.
Okay.
We're going to start with some tapioca flour, which is a really wonderful textured gluten-free flour. It makes this really great crust.
So that actually works much better for me, and it was really easy to do. So all you need to do is just mark an in point and drag it down and hold the Option key on a Mac or the Alt key on Windows, and you can do these replace edits and really edit quickly. Now, I want to show you another trick that I like even better with the replace edit. We're going to take a look at this series of clips right over here.
Cut it and have a slice?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we don't want me to burn myself. And you can entertain children with this?
Completely.
Okay. So in the earlier videos, I had a hard time actually matching the action here, and I didn't allow the program to do the work for me. Using the replace edit, I can do this. So what I want to do is actually make a cut point, and I'll use the razor blade tool, C key. So now I have a space that I can cut from my wide shot to my close-up, even though it's the same shot at this point. I'll switch back to my selection tool, and I want to replace this part of the clip with a close-up of me cutting the pizza. Another real-world example might be, let's say you had a wide shot of a baseball game, and you wanted to cut to a close-up, and it's just as the batter hits the ball. So instead of matching an in point or an out point, I want to actually match action within the scene. And that would be hard to do. I'd have to do a lot of math if Adobe Premiere Pro wasn't so smart. So let me load the shot that I want to replace into my viewer. I'm not going to mark an in and out point. I'm just going to find part of the action that I think I can catch up with. So as soon as I slice across and it just hits there, that's a good frame for me to match down here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to slide this over. And just as I hit the end of the pizza, I want to match that action. Now all I have to do is right-click. No in and out points are needed. On the clip that I want to remove, I choose Replace with Clip, and this is the magic choice. Replace from the source monitor and match the frame. So it's going to match exactly where the playhead is parked in the source panel to where the playhead is parked in my timeline. Let's see how well that works. You can entertain children with this?
Completely.
Okay. Now, the action's really good, but, I just want to replace the video and not the audio on this clip. And I'm going to show you one more trick with replacing a clip. If you just want to replace the video or the audio, you need to lock a track. I'm going to go ahead and hit undo. So now we have our original clip back here, and I'll line it up so it hits the right spot. But I'm going to go down here, and there's a little lock button. I can toggle this so that I don't accidentally overwrite anything on that track. And in this case, it's the nice clean audio. Once again, I have this lined up perfectly where I hit the very end the first time, right-click, replace with clip from source monitor and match frame. And now let's take a look and a listen. And you can entertain children with this?
Completely.
Okay. So if you notice, it matches my audio perfectly, and I don't have to worry about swapping out or cleaning up the audio from this other camera. Now, I do want to remember to unlock the track. Otherwise, as I continue to edit, I may not get the audio that I want. And I know it's locked because I can see this cross-hatching across the track, and I'm just going to go ahead and click unlock, and I'm back to where I want to be. So the Replace Edit is an incredibly powerful tool when working with Adobe Premiere Pro.